how do you make something right? If it is um, say maybe it's not a 5 star, say
Yeah.
it's like 1 or 2, and it doesn't matter because at the end of the day, you are the owner, even though at the end of the day, the buck stops with you.
Yeah.
So how do you fix like somebody that, and it was not in your, I mean, we don't have to mention names, but
No, it's a really good question, and this is gonna sound very I don't know what the right word is for this, like, almost
no.
dodging I'm not gonna dodge the question. I'll answer the
Okay.
question, but I wanna preface it with, I have
Context.
one of my
Context.
favorite sayings all the time, and everyone get a pen and paper, write this down, because every time I've said it, people are like, "Ooh, wow, that is really good." I like them
Pro
short and
tip.
sweet and easy to digest. It's plan and prevent or react and repent.
Like it.
Plan and prevent or react and repent. So my point is I spend so much more time on the front end of planning and preventing and really trying to make sure the customer's happy. I
Mhm.
really do. Invest a ton of energy, a ton of training. We can go on later. We'll probably have a podcast
Yeah.
if that's what
We'll have a
we're
live we'll
the
have a
right.
live of this, yes. We'll
Have
turn
a
it into a
live of this
podcast
about
later.
hiring the right people.
Yes.
I always say I'll hire the person. I can train you how to push the buttons and turn the knobs. So
Yeah.
if you hire people right and they're already just naturally want to help someone and naturally
Mhm.
want to do good, you're not going to get to the bad reviews. But you can't help that, right? You're gonna have a bad review,
Yeah.
and I can tell you this that 99 all the ones that I can think of, Painter One, we have one bad review right now. It's on Facebook. You can go
Mhm.
find it.
Okay.
It's out there. I've one. That's it. And it was a situation where I actually fired the customer.
Mm.
And there's another one we can whole talk
Yeah.
about how recognizing that and seeing that sometimes you just got to say, hey, we just
Yep.
can't do business with you. Because I just kept seeing like the warning signs coming at me.
Yeah.
But so it is what it is. You can't make everybody happy, and as long as
Correct.
you tried, and so for me it would just be, which I did on this situation. I'll use that as an example. But I just went online and said, hey, this is what we did. This is what I tried to do. Here's what I left. This is the way I left it, etc. Sorry, we couldn't meet eye to eye. Sometimes it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Sometimes no matter what you do, and we all know there's some people. Sometimes that happens. It just got so sideways and so far out of the way that you're just going to end up with a bad review. But as long as you, the business owner or the customer service person or whoever you are, to your client, as long as you genuinely try to do everything you could for that person,
That's all that
in
matters.
the end, I mean, that's all you can ask for. And you can say,
Yeah.
hey, this is what happened. Yep, that happened. I apologize for it. I made compensation for it, and I'm so sorry it happened. Not everybody's perfect. For me, it was a situation where I had a painter didn't show up. He
Mhm.
quit on us, or he's supposed to show up. He just never. I've never talked to him ever. I've never talked to him since that day. Um,
Mm.
it just people quit. Things
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah.
Whatever. But we were trying to address it, and he didn't agree with how we were dealing with it, and
Yeah.
it left it. So, but things like that happen. So I don't know. You just need to you could state your side of the case, side of the story, and it is what it is. And
Yeah.
it's out there, and it's fine that it's out there. But
Yeah.
I would say this too. I just thought of something else. It's very, very easy to to do everything when everything goes right. It's there, I always say this. Uh, no one goes to watch the movie where someone went on a trip, they got on an airplane, they landed, they went and laid out the beach for a whole week, drank margaritas or their favorite cold beverage, went to the hotel, got on back plane, flew home, and nothing went wrong.
Yeah.
No one watches that movie.
Yeah.
No one pays to watch that movie. Everyone watches the movie where on the way to the airport, the car broke down, and then they had to get a ride, and then there was a crazy person in the car, and
Yeah.
TSA held them up, and this went crazy and that went crazy. It's when things break, right? So I always say that's what I teach my team. I was like, our best opportunity to shine is when something doesn't go right. How
Yeah.
do we resolve it? How do we get in front of it? That's our time. That's really our time to show up and show
Mhm.
how we're better than everybody else. Is to when things start going wrong or things break, how do we fix it? And like I said
Yeah.
before, we really work on getting ahead of it and try to do that. So really, when I do get the bad review, that's really my opportunity to show the world that how much better I am,
Yeah.
honestly, at taking care
Yeah.
of the customer.
I agree with you on when things break or things are not as you had sold them to be. I can speak from that I always was the first person to say the apology. I also made sure that our team knew Like, I wanna see documentation that you did everything of within your power to do, and before I'm gonna lay blame. But at the end of the day, it's my like, I'm the owner of the business, so at the end of the day, I'm the one that is gonna step up and say, "I apologize, let me make this right." If they let me let me make it right, we made it right, and that's how I knew we got more business, because for whatever reason, something happened. Now, if it was the camera guy's fault or it was one of our in-house, producers or editors' fault, then I still took that blame because I hired that person, right? And I was like, let me make this right. There was maybe in a 15-year period, and granted, we never asked for people for reviews. That, it wasn't like, and by the time the reviews were really hot, it just kind of, you know what I mean? We just didn't. But I won't make that mistake twice. But my point is that when it was the client's doing and it was something that I knew, like you said, had to fire the client, I just went ahead and say, "Thank you very much," and we just called it a day. We just called it
Yeah,
even. Like I'm not like I can't make you happy anymore. I've jumped through too many hoops, and those are tough calls, but
yeah,
it's how you handle it. And I always felt like I know I wanted me and anyone that I worked with to take the high road, and that person on the other end knows that what that they did was wrong. We don't need to rub their face in it. We just move on, right? You
right.
can't. Why slam someone? It's not.
Well,
It's
and
worth it.
to that point too, as a business owner, you can't be talk to every single customer if you want to scale, right? It's
Yeah.
easy when you're small. And so the next level to that is really, and this is tough, most people can't do this, is you have to empower your people
Yeah.
to do whatever it takes to make the customer happy,
Hmm.
period. And that's a whole nother live show. We're talking
Oh
about
yeah.
all the future live shows coming up.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Another
There's
business
so
I ran
much.
where I was very successful. But
Yeah.
seriously, you have to empower your people and really like carte blanche. You can do whatever it takes to make the customer happy, period. And you have to empower them and trust them to do that. And you'll watch your business grow tenfold. Your
Yeah.
customers' happiness will grow tenfold as well because your people will be happier too. Because
Yeah.
we've all been in that situation where we're the low man on the totem pole and the customer's yelling at us and we have no power to do anything about it, right?
Yeah.
We're miserable there because that's just not a fun place to be. You're getting yelled at all the time. But all of a sudden, when I'm empowered to do something, not only is your customer going to be happier, but your people are going to be happier too because they can solve the problem and they don't have to
Yep.
come to you and worry about your retribution if they did something to make the customer happy. You're not going to
Yeah.
come back at them for it.
100%. You definitely I got better at empowering. I do realize that I'm not the I enjoyed my time of being a business owner. I enjoyed the roller coaster ride, but I also realized I love the chase. I don't
Hmm.
like to manage people. I was lucky and I had, Janet, my right hand, like she was the other half of me
Right.
that she managed the people, but there are things in that business that I learned that would do again. I love, and then I would change all the things that I know that I could have done better.
Hmm.
Um, but it is definitely not for the faint of heart to run, whether it's a billion-dollar asset, in your case, or a painter one, or a video production company in my case. Like, it is a business that you do have to have you on point all the time, and you have to have those certain skills that we'll be talking about in the future, from hiring to firing. I heard a quote from my all-time favorite Gary Vee. Says, what is it? Hiring is guessing and firing is knowing. And like, and I was like, dang, I wish I'd have done the firing quicker. We hated to let people go, right?
So yes, so I always say slow to hire, quick to fire.
Well.
So
But for
tell us this
sure
one works
Monday we'll
better
be
for you.
here. Yes, absolutely.
All right.
So, thanks again, and we will see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.